Hi everyone, Ellie here, and welcome to this short video all about how to sit at the beginning or end of your yoga class when you're doing some breath practice or some meditation practice. So if, like me, you find sitting cross-legged can get a little bit uncomfortable, then this video is for you. So cross-legged pose or easy pose in yoga is called easy pose, but for many of us it's not actually that easy, especially for those of us who hark from Western cultures where sitting on the floor just hasn't been part of our culture. So in Sanskrit this is called Sukhasana. Sukha means easy or effortless, and asana in modern yoga tends to be translated to mean pose. So Sukhasana, Sukha Asana, Sukhasana, easy pose. So how do we make easy pose that bit easier for us? So let's have a look at some problem areas. One area in easy pose that might feel a little bit under strain is your knees. So if, like me, when you sit in easy pose, your knees are lifted fairly high off the floor and they are higher in level than your hip bones, so the bony part of the front part of your hips here. If your knees are higher than that point, then sitting like this could over time put undue stress on your knees. So there are some easy fixes for this. One of them is that you can get a block or a book or a thick blanket or pillow and simply sit up onto that block. So when I sit onto the block, you can now see that my knees are in line with my hip bones here, and that makes the stress on my knees that little bit less. What you can also do, if you don't like the sensation of your knees just kind of floating or hanging in space, is you can get another couple of thick, sturdy, robust books, or you can get a couple of yoga blocks, or you can roll up a blanket or two, or big thick towels, or you can get some pillows. Whatever you've got that's big, thick and sturdy, you can place that under your thighs so that your knees can relax down onto that and have that little bit more support. And this makes easy pose that bit easier. What it also does is it helps to prevent slouching. With elevated hips, we tend to lift up out of the base of the spine that bit more. So we will lift our chest up that little bit more. It will make that a little bit easier to have a nice long spine when we are sitting in this position. So what does that look like from the front view? If I switch around here, previously I was like this and I had a little bit of a slouch to me. That's not conducive to deep, slow, controlled breathing. So I would come sit up onto my block here. For me, this feels good and this is what I tend to do, but on some days when I just want a bit more support, I can put the blocks under my knees here and that feels even better. And you can already see I'm lifting up that bit higher here, which means I have more space to breathe into in my chest area here as well. So that is a short but sweet, brief, minimal tutorial on how to sit in a yoga class. There are probably 10 other things I could talk about in this position, but you'd get overwhelmed and over time you'd probably slouch and go to sleep listening to me. So that will be all we will cover for this short video here. This pose I do consider to be a foundational yoga pose here because it does help us improve our breathing, and our breath is the anchor to our yoga asana practice, our yoga pose practice. Let me know if you thought this was helpful, or if there was anything new in there that you found useful, or if there's anything else that you would like to know about sitting in a yoga class. All right, my loves, take care, bye.